charging it up in Albufeira this morning, having a cup of tea and a glass of orange juice.
Not both together though.
So, good morning from the Algarve. This is not our usual place, but I'm going to walk you around the apartment we're hiring. Bear with us because we've had to bring some stuff from the other property that we just cannot fit in the lockup. So I'll show you around this apartment because it's only €150 a week at this time of year in November, and it does have a swimming pool and it's just off the strip. So those of you that know Albufeira, the strip is very lively. So anyway, I'll walk you around the apartment and show you. Bear in mind we've had to bring 2 beds here and 2 TVs because we just cannot fit them in. So there is stuff everywhere, but I will show you it. Maybe not to its best advantage, but I'll show you it anyway. I'll just swap the camera around. So this is the apartment. It's a 1-bedroom apartment and it's got quite a large, well, a standard size bathroom with a bath, which is nice because you don't always get baths in abroad. I was busy doing his washing, aren't you, Waves? Doing your chores.
Yes, my lady.
Being like a good house husband. So yeah, these are bags. Unfortunately, we just cannot fit them in the lockup. We've brought 2 TVs with us, 2 beds with us.
Kitchen sink.
Nearly the kitchen sink, but it's got a nice settee. It's not really the best view in all the world, but you can actually see the Aldi. You can actually see the Aldi, and that roundabout is called the Bull Ring roundabout. And a sexy meat restaurant down there. So just walk you through. The good thing about this apartment is that they accepted dogs. So that's like super good for us. We haven't had to sneak her in, which we've done many times before, to places. So this is our bedroom. We just have not tidied up because we are well and truly shattered. And it has also a kitchen area, so you can make all your food if you want to. And for €150 a week at this time of year, with 22 degrees today, I don't think it's too bad. We'll take you down to the pool area, but we have to tell you what happened on Monday. Oh my goodness, talk about stress with the notary and putting the cheque in the bank. You wouldn't believe, but this is Portugal. Anyway, I'm going to take you down to the pool area and then we're going to tell you what happened. I'm going to find somewhere nice. We are going to try and buy some microphones today, and I know that you've bared with us and sometimes it is noisy when we've done these videos, but we did go into Fnac, which is a really good electrical place here, and they didn't have any microphones, but we are going to have a wander into Albufeira and see if we can find anywhere that'll do. A couple of Bluetooth microphones so you can hear us loud and clear. Number 34, and it's got an AL license, which means that it is approved by Portuguese tourism, and it's on the 1st floor, so I'm just walking down and we'll walk round to the swimming pool area. I doubt if we'll be swimming. There is a lift as well, and I'll give you the contact name if you want to come here. A lovely lady by the name of Marie. It's her property. We haven't got anything off this. We don't get discount, but it's just a nice thing to do sometimes to help somebody out, isn't it?
Yes.
There's the pool area. It's a reasonably sized pool. Can't really show you anymore because there is a man sunbathing. I don't want him to get the wrong idea, but it is a lovely place. We were going to go to the electric board and the water board today, but we've decided we just cannot be bothered. We're shattered. But we are going to tell you. Oh yeah, and it's also secure. Look, it's got a private gate. So you can also, it's got private parking.
Secure
You're allotted your own secure parking. So it's a good place to come. Just in Albufeira, Old Town, just noticed this beautiful guest house. And just a short walk to the beach through the arch. So I'll find out how much it is actually. It's called Maria's Guest House. But it's very quiet here in Albufeira. Bit out of season now, but everything's, well, not everything, but some things are still open. So, good afternoon from the Algarve. Look what we've bought.
She got a fuzzy stick.
We're having to share it. We have tried to get a Bluetooth one, but we just haven't. We've been to several different retail outlets for electricals, and it's going to have to be Amazon after we've moved and got a letterbox.
Yes, or we have to get a Coca-Cola can, piece of string, and communicate that way.
Yeah, but the camera's that way.
True.
So we have got to tell you what happened on Monday. Oh my goodness, you would not believe. We're just staying at this beautiful apartment. It's €150 a week, and we're in the second week of November.
Yeah.
Anyway, what happened on Monday? We went to the estate agent to pass over our deeds to our property. Now, previously, when we bought the property here in the Algarve, we just went to the notary, and it was half an hour, and it was very easy. We just did the transition, and that was fine.
It was very simple, but things have changed.
So what happened is now you have the notary come to the estate agent, and the meeting lasted 2 hours, and it was checking all the passport numbers, all the fiscal numbers, all the names and addresses. They had to read out statements. It was 2 hours.
Where you was born now?
Yeah, where you're actually born and where you lived previous.
On the deeds.
On the deeds. So it was a complete nightmare, really. And then after we got the cheque...
Oh, don't forget, we had a copy of our 1951.
Oh, yeah. So what happened was our solicitor got a copy of the pre-1951 certificate.
Naughty solicitor.
And the notary lady was not happy with that.
Yes.
At all.
But we came to a compromise. She ordered online the 1951 original.
Yeah. So
at €15 extra fee.
So after 2 hours we got the money.
Check. Not the money,
check.
the check. Banker's draft.
You have to go we got the money. In a banker's draft. So I said to Abe, we'll put it in the nearest bank, and our bank is the Millennium Bank.
Yeah.
So we went to the Millennium Bank in Villamora.
And I says, I don't want to go to this one because I have a funny feeling.
But we queued and we queued and we queued for 1.5 hours to put the banker's draft in the Millennium Bank, and they wouldn't accept it because they don't do that at that branch. So we had to go all the way to Quatera, the next town on, and
queued for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, which was brilliant. They did actually ask for our sale deeds, what we've just done, to prove that what we're
Yes,
putting in is
if you put
correct.
a large number of money in, just due to fraud, you have to have the where your money has come from.
And they photocopied it,
I did say the money was coming from illegal substances,
because that's what Abe does, things like that.
and then he looked at me funny, and Angela explained that was a joker.
Yeah. So so we got the money in the bank, and then we had to go back up to the house, pick up Bella. We had to put the rest of the belongings in the car, and then we had to clean the place for them, make it spotless, and we didn't hand over the keys. Oh yeah, and then we met them and we handed over the keys to them. So we handed over the keys to Annette and Akim from Germany, and they're a lovely couple, and we're going to keep in touch. And the next day, which was yesterday, we actually took them round to Mio
To help them out,
which is the
internet
and
phone
provider and phone company,
just a phone.
to swap the contracts over, which they allowed us to do. So we didn't get charged because we've just taken a contract out.
Otherwise,
with them.
if we didn't, we'd have got charged €500 for the equipment.
So we got
So it did us a favour.
So we got the contract swapped over to them, which was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then we took them to the electric board.
Which wasn't good for me, because I had to cancel my fantastic health insurance because it doesn't carry on onto the next property. I have to take a new one out, so hopefully I can get a new insurance plan what was extremely good and saved me thousands of euros.
And you actually had an appointment on Sunday.
So I'm going to cancel that until I get my new insurance. Hopefully they'll run it through, but
as soon as we get the electric on, hopefully at the farm.
yeah.
So that didn't work out well. Another thing is that they weren't happy at EDP. He had to get a copy of, what was it, from the estate agent.
He had to have a copy of his purchase at EDP, because you only can get your water on and your electric on if you have proof of rental or proof of purchase.
Yeah, so be aware if you're buying a property here and you're wanting to put anything like electric and water on, you actually need your deeds, or you need a copy of your rental agreement.
He also had a problem with his bank card because it was the IBAN. Some bank cards are not usable in Portugal.
Because he's German.
Well, I won't say German because of the IBAN.
It's a German bank.
Because of a German bank.
It's not like Portuguese.
So we spent 45 minutes trying to resolve that issue, which in the end we managed to bridge.
Yeah, and then we took him to the water board. We didn't think it'd be open, but we took him to the water board.
And then he walked the plank.
We took him to the water board, and we managed to get the water swapped over for him.
Because I actually knew the guy behind the desk.
Yeah.
And he did it very quick for us.
We've dealt with him before, which was lovely.
He knew I was insane, so it's okay.
So we sorted all that out yesterday, and today we was going to go and sort our water out for the farm and our electric, but we decided to have a day off.
Drinking.
And what happened was we walked from here down to the old town, and we bumped into two lovely subscribers.
Yeah, beautiful people.
Andrea and Stephen, and we spent a couple of hours chatting to them.
From the Emerald Isles.
From Belfast. So there's just a little clip of
glasses a bit crooked.
Of Andrea and Stephen. So it was lovely to meet them, and we might bump into them again because they're here on holiday.
And I'll teach him how to fish.
You'll teach him how to fish? You haven't even caught a fish yet, Ed.
The point is, it's experience.
It's the practice. Yeah. So that's what we've been up to, and we're staying at this lovely apartment, and tomorrow, hopefully, we are going to sort our business out, aren't we, at EDP and the water board.
Before we actually get the water put on, I have to put the faucet in first. Otherwise, they'll turn up and not connect the water meter in because there's no stop faucet.
the problem is what we've got. Before we move into the farm, we know we've got electric, and it's weighing up the cost of solar to the cost of the electric. Now our electric is very, very low, and you've got health insurance.
Yeah, the only reason why our old house was very low is because it was well built and well insulated.
Yeah, but it was still very low.
Yes,
and
yes. But this is a farmhouse with a juggery roof, no insulation, virtually no windows, and probably a lot of mosquitoes and spiders.
So we're weighing up the cost of the electric and the cost of solar if we want to go off grid with that.
So we're going to test it out first.
And also we have to connect to the water because we have got a borehole, but we need the electric on to actually get the pump going.
Using three-phase. Now three-phase here is actually very expensive.
Yeah.
Whereas I prefer the poor man's electric at 4.3? 4.3, which is super cheap.
So we are hoping to get a generator for the borehole, and if we do have enough water, we will scrap the mains water.
If all else fails, I can always get a wheel and make Angela walk on it to pull the water out the old-fashioned way.
That's not going to be happening.
Okay.
And and the other thing is we'll see how we got along with the electric, because if it works out that it's not cost effective to get solar, we'll stick with the electric because he gets his private health insurance, or we will ditch the EDP and go totally off grid.
True, but we won't know.
That's what we would want to do, ideally.
But we won't know until we try to do it, until we try both sides first.
But obviously all these things cost an awful lot of money, so let's...
Maybe.
Oh yes, and we got our check cleared this morning, didn't we? So that was a nice surprise. The bank's draft cleared.
Hopefully the banks won't go under. On that note, before I get into any more trouble,
you never get into trouble.
Goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. And it's goodbye from her. So we've just bumped into Andrea and Stephen, our subscribers from Belfast in Albufeira. And they're on holiday. I'll put it on tonight.